Welcome back to the deep dive, ready to dive into another, well, deep dive.
Always. What are we exploring today?
Today we're tackling the wild world of, you guessed it, job hunting. Specifically, we're going to be looking at this platform called RoleCatcher.
RoleCatcher.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like this whole new way to approach the job search. Like everyone's got their system, their spreadsheets, their just piles of applications.
Right. And it can feel like you're just tossing your resume into the void sometimes, hoping for the best.
Totally. And that's where RoleCatcher says, hold on, we've got you. So we dug into their website, all the different pages, and we're going to break down exactly what they offer.
Sounds intriguing. What kind of information did you find?
Okay, so first off, their career guide section, right? It's massive. We're talking over 3,000 career guides, thousands of online resources, and this insane database of employers. I mean, it's a lot.
Wow. Okay. So they're going for a very comprehensive approach, it seems. But I'm curious, with that much information, is it actually helpful or is it just overwhelming?
Right, good point. But here's the thing, and this is what kind of blew my mind. They have guides for everything. Like, I'm talking everything. Software engineering, obviously. But also, like, get this, brush making.
Brush making.
Yeah. Who knew there was a whole career path for that? And they break it all down. The skills you need, the job outlook, even where to find these jobs.
That's a great example. It shows they're thinking outside the box, recognizing that not everyone fits into these traditional career molds.
Exactly. And that's kind of their whole thing, I think. It's not just about, here's a job, go apply. It's about figuring out what you want to do, what you'd be good at, and then giving you the tools to go after it.
So it's about more than just finding a job. It's about understanding your career options and potential path.
Totally. And that's just the career guide section. We haven't even gotten to the actual job searching tools yet.
Yeah.
And trust me, they get even more interesting. All right. So remember how we were talking about that whole feeling of like sending your resume into a black hole?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like you click submit and then crickets.
Exactly. And you're left wondering, like, did anyone even look at it? Was I close? What was wrong with my resume?
It's the worst part of the job search, that uncertainty.
Well, RoleCatcher claims to have a solution for that, too. They actually use AI to analyze job descriptions and then compare them to your resume.
Okay, that's interesting. A lot of platforms are incorporating AI these days, but how is this different?
So it's not just about, like, matching keywords or whatever. They actually give you a scored CV resume, like literally a score.
Whoa, hold on. They score your resume?
Yeah.
Based on what?
Yeah, they look at things like how well your skills align with the job description, the relevance of your experience, even things like the formatting of your resume.
And then they give you a score based on how well you match up.
Yep, exactly. So you can see, like, oh, this job wants someone with strong communication skills, but I haven't really highlighted that on my resume.
So it's like getting a sneak peek at how your resume might be perceived by a recruiter before you even apply.
Exactly. It takes out some of the guesswork, You can actually see where you might be falling short and adjust your approach accordingly.
That's actually pretty cool. It's using AI not to replace human judgment, but to give you, the applicant, more information and control.
Right. Empowerment. That's the word I was looking for. But okay, let's say you've got your AI scored resume, you feel good about it, you apply for the job, and you get the interview. What then?
Well, then the real test begins, right? Yeah. The interview is where you really get to showcase your personality and experience.
For sure. And this is another area where RoleCatcher really surprised me. They have a whole section dedicated to interview prep.
Oh, like what? Just general interview tips?
No, it's way more in-depth than that. They have this huge library of practice interview questions, like over 100,000 of them.
100,000? That's a lot of questions.
Right. But here's the really cool part. They're categorized by role and industry.
Oh, wow. So you're not just getting generic questions. You're getting questions that are specific to the types of jobs you're actually applying for.
Exactly. So you can practice answering questions that are relevant to your field, to those specific job requirements. Like imagine you're applying for a marketing role, right?
You're going to want to practice answering marketing-specific questions, not just general, tell me about yourself kind of stuff.
That's it. And they even have this feature where you can record yourself answering the questions and get AI-powered feedback on your delivery.
It analyzes your tone and pacing and everything.
Yep. Things like your body language, your eye contact, all that stuff that can make or break an interview. It's like having your own personal interview coach.
That's wild. So it's not just about having the right answers. It's about presenting yourself confidently and effectively.
Exactly. It's about mastering the whole interview game.
Okay, so we've talked about the career guidance, the AI-powered resume scoring, the interview prep. Honestly, it's a lot to take in.
It's a very comprehensive approach. They seem to be covering all the bases. But job hunting is more than just the technical aspects, isn't it? It can be emotionally draining too. It totally can be, yeah. And I think, honestly, that's something people don't talk about enough. It's like this whole other layer of stress on top of everything else.
Absolutely. It's the uncertainty, the waiting, the rejections.
Yeah,
It can really mess with your head if you let it.
right. It's like a full-time job in itself, even before you get the job.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's where organization becomes crucial. Because when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, the last thing you want is be scrambling to keep track of everything.
totally. And, of course, RoleCatcher has thought of this too.
They have a solution for that too?
It seems like they do. They have all these built-in tools to help you stay organized throughout the job search process. Like, think application tracking, contact management, all that good stuff.
So instead of having a million different spreadsheets and notes scattered everywhere, it's all centralized in one place.
Exactly. It's like having a personal assistant for your job search, keeping everything tidy and streamlined.
That's huge. Because when you're organized, you feel more in control, and that can make a big difference in your mindset and ultimately your success.
100%. It's about taking that feeling of overwhelm and turning it into something manageable, something you can actually tackle head on.
Right. It's about feeling empowered to navigate the process, not defeated by it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We talked about RoleCatcher's career guidance resources, their AI-powered resume analysis, their super in-depth interview prep tools, and even their focus on organization and, like, the mental game of job hunting.
It's a lot to digest, but it's clear they're trying to offer a truly holistic approach to the job search, addressing both the technical and emotional aspects.
For sure, and I think that's really the key takeaway here. Whether you end up using RoleCatcher or not, the important thing is to find what works for you, what helps you feel confident and prepared to put your best self out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, job hunting is about more than just checking boxes or gaming the system. It's about showcasing your unique skills, experiences, and passions to find a role where you can truly thrive.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of job hunting and RoleCatcher. Until next time, happy hunting, everyone.